I'm just here to show off my DBD killer idea. I think a lot of people have their own like killer ideas. Like me and my friends typically make them. We really like sharing them with each other, and I typically forget them. Right, like after like a week or like a month, it's just completely gone. So I was like, all right, fuck it. I might as well jot it down. Might as well try talking about it. And I made this one a couple days ago. So if this looks too weak, too strong, you know, too little, just know that I literally just basically typed this out. So just to start this off, DBD killer idea, a rake-like killer. So this killer would be like pretty small, very low to the ground. Kind of hard to see. The inspiration I got from this was obviously the rake, just a little bit, just because he's like small and has like big claw hands, and I think that's cool. But it's also kind of like Victor. Like imagine if Victor was like the main killer. Is basically the idea of this. So I believe there's two possible ways to go about the like making of this killer. But I think one thing that is going to be the same about between them is this pounce ability. So the way the pounce works is that you have to charge it up. Now the charge is not that long. The charge probably like maybe similar to like a pig charge, like maybe like 2 seconds. Yeah, maybe like 1.8 seconds, some shit like that. And if you successfully pull off the charge ability, you pounce onto a survivor's back. You're instantly on top of a survivor's back, and it does a health state. And while you're on top of their back, like you're kind of doing this like animation. You're not doing it like the killer's just doing it automatically, but he's sort of just like on their back, like clawing at their chest and shit. And if the survivor doesn't deal with this, they will just like be put into the down state. They'll just basically be like insta downed. And it'll take about I think like 6 seconds. I think is fair. So yeah, like if pounce is like successful, the survivor has 6 seconds to remove you from their back. And how do you get them off the back, right? How do you remove this killer from the back? There's two ideas, counters. There's two counters. Survivor either has to drop a pallet on themselves, or actually any stun. I think any stun would be fine. Any stun, like if you do like, what is it? Head on. If you do like a head on, maybe also even flashlight, just for like flashlighting. Or a teammate pulls them off in like a 2 second animation. It's like a 2 second animation, just like this the survivor pulling you off of the other one, and then you kind of being like thrown a little bit, and then you're like stunned for only about like 2 seconds, however long like a pallet stun is. I think that's fine. Yeah, I think like 2 seconds would be fair. So yeah, if the pounce is successful, you are on their back, and it does a health state. So if the survivor's already injured and you pounce on top of them, they just go down. Kind of just almost exactly like Victor. While you're on top of them, they're hindered by 5%. This could be changed. If this is like too OP, I'm not sure how OP being on top of a survivor is. Because the main thing about this is that it's not that good in the early game. In the early game, there's hella pallets. Survivors are already close to their teammates. You're gonna have a rough time. But after a couple chases, and a couple pallets are gone, and even if one survivor is dead, it's going to be very hard for the team to coordinate and come back. If you pounce on a survivor and they don't have a way to get you off, and they don't have a way to get you off of them, they're basically dead. Right, you pounce on them, they're basically screwed. In 6 seconds, they're already down. It's just, yeah, basically could legitimately be like a 6 second chase, guaranteed. And also, while you're on their back, you get to do one thing. You get to kind of pull them a bit in the opposite direction. This wouldn't be as OP as it sounds. It'd be like very slightly, like almost kind of like how the killer is pulled slightly when they're carrying a survivor. It really wouldn't be a lot. It wouldn't be enough to like. It wouldn't be reliable for you to stop them from getting on a pallet, but it would be reliable enough to like maybe gain you like 0.5 seconds of them not reaching a pallet or reaching their teammate, to where you could actually get it down and to where you're not entirely hopeless. So if the pounce is successful, yeah, this right, a 6 second review from the back, or else they get insta-downed. So there's two ways I think you can go about making this killer, and it's first a stealth killer or a high mobility killer. We're going to be going for the stealth killer first. So just base, they're just 150% movement speed. They are very small and have a 24 meter tear radius, right? Oh, this one should be 32. They have a 24 meter tear radius, as most stealth killers have. And then here we have pounce mode. This should actually be called like, yeah, no, yeah, this is like pounce mode. So when you have the stealth killer, if we go the route of making a stealth killer, pounce mode is basically the only mode you have, and this thing can go on cooldown. And you turn into pounce mode, so it'd be really good to just do this at the very beginning of the match. You move 120% movement speed. Should probably have 120% movement speed. You have no tear radius. You can crawl under pallets. No sounds while vaulting. But cannot attack. You can't attack. You move. This could actually be like 125% for not being able to attack. But then again, you could just cancel at any time. Yeah. Or cancel at any time. You cannot attack. You can only pounce. So if this is, yeah, you can attack, only pounce. So you can crawl under pallets. I think this would just be like, you just press like A or whatever, just like whatever your activity button is. You can crawl under pallets, no sounds while vaulting, and you just cannot attack, right? So a little bit of a chase power if you can activate it during chase. But a lot of this is just to have that jump on people. This could actually genuinely be 125% movement speed. I don't even think it's even that strong. This could even be more, because this is completely relying off the pounce. That's what they're going for. It's sneak attacks and pounce attacks. So yeah, I think that's like totally fine. I think this actually makes sense as being a stealth killer. And the second idea is a high mobility killer. I think this one might be more fun. So your 115 movement speed, this is just base. This is just like base. This is like base. Yeah, just like your base. I don't know. Your basic killer, I guess. This one obviously has a bit more, yeah, 8 more meter tear radius, but that's only because this is now a high mobility killer. So instead of like a pounce mode, now it's like a rush mode. This one also gets this shit too. This is still thing. This is I put this here because it's both. This applies to both of them. So rush mode, you hold down the ability button to crawl, and you crawl for. Yeah, so you crawl for 140%, 140% movement speed to about 50 meters, in a straight line, just in a straight line. You can't really move. It's not like, it's not like Hillbilly. You can like kind of turn. It's really just, you can just go forward really fast. This can obviously cancel. You can cancel during the duration, and you're gonna get stunned while hitting obstacles or walls. This really won't happen. This really won't happen. This doesn't even. This is just a prerequisite, but this doesn't really need to happen. You can also go. Yes, you can also go under pallets during the rush mode if charged into it, but it's going to be kind of slow, kind of like a Wesker vault. Like really only good at Shack, I'd say. This is like really only good at Shack. Anything else, I don't think you're really going to be able to like outplay them and get the hit against a good survivor. So I think these are two. They're very fundamentally different. I think you could actually merge these two ideas together. But I really like this. I like. They're very different. I didn't exactly explain the cooldown. I don't know if this one. Because he's high mobility, I think he needs to constantly have rush mode. So he has rush mode and he has pounce. Remember that. He has rush mode and he's pounce. So in this one, it's rush mode and pounce. While stealth, it's like just pounce, but you also move very fast, and the restriction could be longer. The restriction could be longer. I don't think it's that broken. And then this shit, it's just, you have two modes. You have the pounce mode and the rush mode. And this allows you to sort of have some mobility. So being able to move at 140% movement speed in a 50-meter direction, this could be longer. I don't know how long 60 meters is. We can make this longer. I don't know really. This could be like 60. This could be like 60. I think it would be cool if if you think about like a hallway on the pyramid head map, like Mary's Letter or whatever. I think it's called Midwich. Like one of those hallways, I think he should be allowed to sprint like basically throughout the entire thing. And then he would obviously be like slowed a little bit by by like 2 seconds or some shit. So yeah, 60 meters. Yeah, I think that makes sense. He can catch up to people very fast. I think that's it. I think he has a lot of counters. He's gonna be very good in the very good in the mid to end game. I really like this ability. I hope something like this gets added. Not something entirely like this, obviously. Like I don't think this idea is gonna get picked up or nothing, but it'd be kind of cool if there was a type of pounce ability in the game or a type of killer that's like very small and like not Chucky, but kind of like Victor. All right, see ya.